matchups really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How you're going to finish strong throughout the season. At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Here's a heat. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human.
Turning it on! And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. The give out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going to test the right side with this one. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. They put on the heat and they blocked it. That's racing down the left side. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Running into the open space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know what? everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Lane. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. That's caught. It's Straka. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So 1st down here as they go back to work. To the air, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Caught over the middle. It's Lane. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run the sneak for it. The Trojans A first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
And tackled there by the defense. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's second and goal. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Third and goal situation, as a quarterback, you're thinking, I gotta find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Temple is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Philly deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Navy. They'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, and when you're a defense, you want to string it out, right? You want to fill these gaps as fast as you can. And they did a really good job of taking away this, taking away that. All of a sudden, he gets to the sideline, runs out of space. There's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense doing their assignments.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Finds his man, it's Simpson. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving...
That's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's Jordan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Back to the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Oh, what a move to get room. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And I don't know as a defense on 3rd down how you let that guy be wide open. You can let the tight end be wide open, maybe a running back leaks out. You're not letting one of the best wide receivers in all of college football be that scot-free. That was just way too easy for the offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for him to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
27.
Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Trojans.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we were all tied up here in the second. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marsh. They pick up the first down, they'll mark him at the 34. Gotta be expeditious here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route. By the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the pressure. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a midseason quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Maiava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he is going to put up Heisman numbers.
Looking downfield, it's Maiava. Skips away from pressure. Made a defender. Oh, he's still got more. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They take the lead with the 6. Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then the next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here. He wants to take the top off. And this will be caught at the 30.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Looking for the score. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. The extra point here would tie the game.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Pulls it in. It's Lemon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Trojans.
of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls it in, it's Haynes. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Using his legs, it's Haynes. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown in. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Trying to pound their way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Oregon has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Indiana. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. And they can't make the play on third down.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
He's going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here, calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for room, it's Jordan. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Lane. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. To the air on second down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Snowed under by the defense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good, right down the boulevard. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. He's at the 30.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.